welcome back to RSG Online 2021. Students, hope you're all doing good. And let's come to the ninth session in this video. I'm speaking on responsibilities of human resource manager. In earlier session, let me recapitulate. In earlier session, that is session 8, we have spoken about the role of HR manager, and now in this session, I'm speaking on the responsibilities. Now let's look at the learning objectives of this session. It provides the knowledge on the key responsibilities to be performed by the HR manager in any organization. And it facilitates the understanding of various functions and the role played by him to justify his responsibilities set at the time of his recruitment. Yeah, very important. See, look at this. To justify, we call it as job design and the prescription of the job. So what exactly the kind of a job he has to do at the time of the recruitment, they'll tell you. So as per that, we should be ready to go ahead. So the HR manager, when he is recruited as a HR manager, they will give him the clear idea of his responsibilities. So which is set at the time of his recruitment, he is responsible now. Let's come to the responsibilities of HR manager. HR manager is one of the most important key to open a lock hanging on the door of success in any organization. If an HR manager is efficient enough to handle and to take out the best from his team members in an organization, can achieve more from his target goals. He plays an important role in hierarchy and is in between the higher management and low-level employees. Yes. So, and he is also in between. He works as I told you, he's a mediator, and yes, he acts like a mediator between the high level, the management, that is authorities, and then the employees level. So it's very important. So there he has so many things he has to take care. That is the team building, communication, training, employee relations. As I told you in the previous session relating to the the role of HR manager. He has to build a very good team wherein see that is HR actually responsible for a team building only because it's a teamwork. In an organization, all the predetermined goals can be fulfilled or can reach the targets on time only when there is a very good team spirit. So if you have a good team, and you can always reach it on time. And the proper communication is also equally important. And to have this proper team building and to maintain good relations, there is a possibility and a requirement for additional training or to make him comfortable to do his job to the best and so that he can give his best. Now let's see the core responsibilities of HR manager. Such a beautiful and colorful chart here is. Will tell you very clearly about human resource manager responsible for training. He's responsible for seminars. Trainings, as I told you, know about it, and we have a separate sessions in which we are going to study in detail in our coming chapters and sessions. So there I'm explaining everything in detail. Please stay tuned to the same channel. And seminars, very clearly where the people will always come out of the different ideas about a common topic. And yes, they discuss. That gives a room for discussion. And the people's management is equally important, where you are going to handle the problems, the various conflicts, the problems relating to their jobs, or it could be relating to their performance or whatever. Then we have a team building here, taking into consideration of the various trends and the capabilities, the talents. Based on that, he should set a team so that the team will be given some project to fulfill on time. And we have a consultancies, and he has to act as a consultant also. It's very important because most of the time the people will be having the core issues where they need some kind of a help from other side, outside actually. So their HR manager actually acts like the close friend, or he can act like as a hope where he can help them to solve their issues. And he is responsible for recruitment, very important. And one, that's nothing but a giving job, guaranteeing a job to them or giving them some tasks or projects. And once the recruitment and selections, everything is done, he's responsible to go for evaluation. Evaluation tells you about the performance of prices, and where, as I told you in the previous session, it's not only taking the people on time to their jobs. I told you that right man, getting the right person to a right job on right time is very important, one of the important role of a HR manager. But I agree with the same thing only when he is properly evaluated, because the people, if there is no evaluation and if there is no checking on their performance, they just become stagnant. That is very true, because time and again, that is why in every organization, even in education, we have something like that. Nowadays, it's announced and introduced by UGC, like we have audits, that is human resource audit. We have academic audits, so that in an academia, we also, the teachers and all the faculty members are responsible for their work also. At the same time, what kind of a, the teaching, the tools what you have used and the methodologies you have followed and what kind of an accomplishments you have done in the particular period of time, everything should be narrated in that, so that the performance is properly evaluated and you can get the best from there in future. That's the idea of it. And these are the references I have made, students. And let's move on to the multiple choice questions. The ways of recruiting is always, here I'm giving you an answer like walk-ins, walk-in interviews you must be aware of, then advertisements and the search forms and all of the above. Whenever I have to go for a recruiting, I should go for all these things. And it could be through, or it can happen through advertisement, it can happen through walk-ins, and we can search the people from the other firms and get them. So I think the answer is D. It must be D. Yes. The techniques of estimating the demand for human resources. The beautiful question. Techniques of estimating the demand for human resources. How do you understand the demand for human resources? It is mere approximations or involves proper HR audits, and it's in fact is rarely done and can be very accurate. Now, can I see that what kind of a technique in estimating the demand for human resource will help me? Mere approximations cannot be done. See, for example, in an organization, if I need 3 people as attenders for the post, so to make everything okay, or to keep in the organizational environment neat and tidy, I need 3 attenders. I cannot approximate it. It should be clear actually, and it is rarely done. No, that cannot be done because HR audits have to be done. You must estimate the demand very clearly. That is why the HR audit has been introduced, and it can be very accurate. Yes, it has to be accurate, but what I feel is it involves proper HR audits. So once if it is involved with the proper HR audits, then we can we are good in estimating the demand for human resources. So the answer must be B. That's what I feel. Yes, it's right. And yes, students, hope the explanation you got it. If you have anything to express further, if you need any additional information, please feel free to express it in my channel. And now have come to the session outcome. The students will come to know about the key responsibilities of the HR management organization. It facilitates the understanding of various functional areas where HR manager has to act sensible and responsible. Yes, not only just like that, the key activities is given to him, so he has to do it like any other person. He has to be sensible enough also. He has to justify his role as a HR manager too. So that's very important. So I think I have explained this particular in this video is as clear as possible. I've tried my efforts to do that. Please stay tuned to RSG Online for further sessions and conceptual understanding of the various other concepts as per the university. Stay tuned.